Welcome everyone to the June 30th, 2025 regular council meeting. We're going to begin with our caucus. Representative from Abundant Life Farm will present to council to discuss the Urban AG future progress. If you want to come on up, sir. I wanted to tell you that Mr. Ford apologizes that he is unable to be here tonight, but he wanted me to let you know he thanks you for coming and sharing with us.
Well, we're honored that he invited us. And the next time he decides to take a vacation for family over here in a presentation from me, make sure you tell him he should opt to make. No, I'm going to leave it alone.
I will. I'll tell him.
Thank you very much. Listen, I want you to know we're just excited. It's going to be a brief presentation, but it's going to be so positive because we are doing something fabulous here in Summit County. Our Summit County youth program is just awesome. And don't take my word for it. You're going to be able to live out and see it in the next minute or two. So I want to introduce, first of all, it's a combination of our farm, Abundant Life Farm, Let's Grow Akron, which they do a phenomenal work in this town. I mean, phenomenal. And Ohio State Extension Program of Summit County. So our Summit County program is here, and I'm going to have Rachel Chapman to come forward, and she's going to begin it, and she's going to introduce everyone. Okay, Rachel?
Thank you so much, Reverend, for inviting me to speak today, and I am just very grateful for all of your time to hear about this wonderful program that we've been doing. This is the coolest thing that I've gotten to be a part of so far while working for Summit County. So joining us today, and again, I'm Rachel Chapman from the Ohio State University Extension Office here in Summit. We have two of our students who are joining us today, Josephine and Josiah. Josiah will be speaking with you in just a moment, and Josephine is going to give you some information that we've prepared about the program. And then, of course, we have Lisa Nunn of Let's Grow Akron with Coyote, and we have one of our parents joining us. So thank you guys all for being here today and for being a part of this. So you can go ahead and pass out the folders if you would. Thank you. So again, just want to tell you guys a little bit about what this program was and why this has been such a wonderful project. So we were fortunate enough, OSU in Summit County, to be chosen for the Hicks-Hudson grant, championed by Senator Paula Hicks-Hudson, to support education for urban youth to learn about agriculture. So we were one of two sites that were selected. The other was Lucas County. And here in Summit County, we were chosen due to our wonderful history of having fantastic partnerships with other ag organizations all across the county, such as Abundant Life Farm and Let's Grow Akron. So we were very pleased to be selected as part of that program. And Maggie Riviera, who you may know, who is the other agriculture and natural resources educator in the county, worked with our partner farms before I was hired on to decide that we were going to use the funds to educate teenage audiences about careers in agriculture, and specifically that we wanted to look for youth who were interested in a career where they would be doing some kind of an urban agriculture field or something adjacent. So part of the reason for deciding this was that we already have a lot of wonderful youth serving gardening organizations, like Let's Grow Akron being one of them. And we wanted to do something a little bit different. So over the course of 2024, we worked to plan out the course. We did some assessments with various youth around the county to try to get information about what would be useful to them. And then we put together an 18-week course that went from January to May. We had 13 students that participated in that. And the results of that program have been fantastic. So you'll see in those folders on the left-hand side are some promos about the program. On the right-hand side are our impact statements and the schedule. So you can see all of the different things that we talked about over the course of that. We had 8 different lessons that we did, and we had a field trip every other week that we went on to various locations. So we partnered with farmers all across the county to educate our youth about the wonderful opportunities that are available for them to be a part of agriculture right here in Summit County and to be able to make a career out of that. So obviously, when we're working with high school students, we don't necessarily know that every student is going to go into agriculture, but every student did report that they learned something from the program, that this helped them in their career paths. We even had, one student who decided that she didn't really want to be a farmer, but she really wants to be able to be a business person who supports and works with local farmers. So all of these different connections came as a result of this. We had speakers that we brought in from various organizations all across the county, hands-on lessons, and we are hoping to continue to do this program going forward. So like I said, this was our pilot year, so the very first time that we've done something like this, and it's been a huge success. As you can see, if you look through some of the statistics that we gathered from our student feedback, and we are looking to continue to hopefully keep doing this and make this a success for even more students who can learn about all of the ways to be a part of our food system, which is, just something absolutely critical to all of our lives. So next I'm going to invite up Josiah to speak a little bit about his experience with the program.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josiah Kamar Nixon, as you know, and I would like to talk about how the program affected me at a short period of time being there. For me, it highlighted the importance of community and connections within our community. During my short time there, I learned the importance of that, and also I learned the importance of how our environment affects us throughout our entire life, and why it's important to keep on pushing for more programs like this to ensure that more teenagers or younger adolescents get this type. Thank you. Get this.
Noticed this before. He's one of our superstars.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Josiah.
The importance of why other children should get this type opportunity. It helps with their growth and helps with their confidence, ensuring that they will stay in a good path, allowing them to express themselves through the cultivating of the land and allowing them to just be around other teenagers. Lately, I've been noticing that there's not as many opportunities, and when I got this opportunity to go to this program, it definitely highlighted why this is important. More support should go into more support should go into programs like this, and not just in agriculture, but also in other fields such as engineering, coding, and so much more. This helped me to get out my comfort zone and allow me to be freer around people that I am not so familiar with. I appreciate your time. Have a nice one.
Thank you.
So yes, all of our students have been absolutely fantastic to work with. We got a really great group of kids, and just very proud of what they've done, and again, looking forward to what the future of urban agriculture holds for Summit County. Do you guys have any questions for us?
I know this was brief, but I got to tell you this again. Don't forget this. Out of the whole state, some of you are students enough to know there's 80, how many counties? 88. And they chose what? Summit as one of them? We must be doing something right here in Summit County. All right?
Where are the gardens located?
Oh, great question. So actually, you could probably answer that better than I can.
Yeah, I'm located in Bath Township. Let's go Akron is all over the dang foot place. How many locations you got, Lisa?
We have 25 community gardens. Our headquarters are in Summit Lakes. We have a lot of gardens concentrated in Summit Lake, Plainfield neighborhood, but the gardens are throughout the city.
Yes.
All the students are from Summit County?
And the class was held at the Akron Urban League building where our office is located.
Oh, Coyote. Come on, stand on up, Coyote. Say 16,000 words real quick.
Just a few. I am the youth program coordinator with Let's Grow Akron, and I can also attest to the value that this program's brought to my life as well. Transitioning from an adolescent into a young adult, and just getting to touch a lot of young lives and see the impact firsthand and among my community. I'm really grateful.
Yes, and community was a big thing that people stressed, was the connection to the community.
How many schools do you have students participate from?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. We let me think. That sounds about right. We had several from.
Yeah, five schools.
Okay.
5 schools.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah,
Always pay attention to the student. He knows the right answer.
There you go. But yeah, we recruited from all across the county. All right. Thank you guys for your
Thank
time.
you. Well, keep up your work.
We have 2 public comments tonight. Apostolate, you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Always ready. Are you ready for me? Question. Let me put my little camera on here for a
I
minute.
don't think this is, I have a nice sheet.
Talking to my other half, so forgive me. God bless you.
God bless you as well.
Apostolate, remember 3 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I remember you give a Pritchard 3 minutes. Good evening, everybody. I am in support of Resolution 2025, 195, 198, and 188. And I see that you have accrued or acquired some type of funding through block grants, and I would ask that Councilman Kaysen would also have opportunities for these block grants for the city of Akron and of which the areas that he covers. A lot of funding is getting cut in the nation, but the block grants, we need some in the Akron area. And if you would see to it that Councilman Kaysen and Councilman Wilhite would also be inclusive of that funding. And for the immunization awareness, when you're making people aware, would you please also make them aware of the side effects that go along with the immunizations? And once again, the Wearing Green, I do support that. Child support awareness. Let people know more about it so they're not afraid of it. For my non-agenda concern, I'm going to come to you once again. I have been advocating for the Akron Metro transportation system. They have been over 2 years without a contract. They have been over 2 years without a raise, yet the CEO gets a raise every 6 months. They're being denied vacation pay, holiday pay, sick pay, being denied the right to observe the 2 federal black holidays, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth. Some of the operators are working 40 hours, not getting 40 hours pay as well as benefits. There are some things that I'm really concerned about because there's some type of notion that things are okay and they're not. They're afraid to come to leadership because their jobs are threatened. They're very excellent operators and support staff. They care about us. They love on us. They meet our needs when people are in need of services. They're so kind. I think it's very unfair the way they're treated. And the CEO, they have not gotten their retro pay. They have not gotten their COVID money pay. They have not gotten their bonuses. They're being denied. And then I'm wondering where the money is because on many of the vehicles, I think that's your bill, on many of the vehicles, the fare boxes don't work. And the monitors don't work. So if they have money to give the CEO to travel and go on vacations and get bonuses, then the operators who are working and the support staff should be getting money. when you come back from your break, which you so much and so well deserve, I want to tell you that I too have presented my body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is my reasonable service. And I see that you do that as well. And I pray that your vacation time is totally awesome and you get a chance to observe time with your family and something that you want to do. And thank you for your service.
Thank you, Apostolate. Next, we have Ben Sponseller. Yep. Ben, state your address, and you have 3 minutes, okay, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, Council. My name is Ben Sponseller. I live at 11500 Leela Avenue in Greene. I'm going to keep this short and sweet for you again. I'm a carpenter, and most of my work is done in Summit County. I'm very familiar with all different types of people who live here. And one thing that all these people have in common, whether they be Democrat or Republican, is that they wish to see their tax money put to good use. As you know, today is the final council meeting before $2 million in Israeli bonds expire. And we all know that you will stay true to your commitment to not renew these bonds. What you're doing is not only the morally correct thing, but is also the fiscally responsible thing to do. In the last 20 months, the value that Israeli bonds hold as an investment has only decreased. This is $2 million that could be freed up from the budget and allowed to go to wonderful things like the youth program that was presented earlier. Council, I just want to thank you again one last time for listening to the community and choosing to allow these bonds to expire. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Ben. There's that. There is one motion. There are 11 first readings. There are 11 first reading passage requests. 2025190. Mr. Byrne is here to see us.
Good evening. Stephen Byrne, Office of Information Technology. So Mr. Glace has worked with us for quite a while. This is, over the past year and a half, he's taken on some additional responsibilities, specifically in the development side of the house. This adjustment really gets him in line with our other web developer. Again, he's taken on additional responsibilities and felt like this was something that should be afforded to him as, again, the extra work has come his way.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Thanks.
Next is 2025191, Heidi Swindell to address council. Hi, Heidi.
Hello, thank you. Heidi Swindell, Summit County Engineer's Office. The first one we have on here tonight is for the Valley View Resurfacing LPA agreement. As I've discussed with you guys before, we have moved this project up. AMAT's allowed us to spend the money earlier, so we are kind of playing a little catch up with the paperwork. And one of those things is the LPA agreement that authorizes the county to administer the project. But happy to answer any questions.
You have any questions? Thanks, Heidi. Just stay on up there, Heidi.
Yeah.
Next is 2025192.
This is to authorize our office to start appropriation proceedings for the Snyder Avenue Bridge replacement. There's a number of parcels split out over 4 property owners. Some of them are companies. Some of them we fully plan to come to an agreement on. But in order to get clearance to bid the bridge replacement project, we have to clear the right-of-way, and one way to do that is to deposit our offer, the fair market value for the easements, with the court, and then we continue to negotiate with the property owners, and we are able to bid out the project. Happy to answer any questions.
Is there any questions? Heidi? Okay, thank you. Next is 2025193.
This is our annual fuel purchase. We buy it under the CUE contract. And we have just finally spent down last year's purchase order, so we're coming for this year's. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? No? Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
Next is 2025194, Craig Stanley to address council.
Hello, everyone. Craig Stanley, Administrative Services, Executive Shapiro's office. This is to replace a the HVAC unit, the heater out on the range at the sheriff's training facility. We got 3 bids. This was by far the lowest. The other 2 were 100,000 and 180,000 more. Even though it was a little bit over the engineering estimate, we don't think we would be able to do better if we rebid it, so.
Is there any questions? If none, thanks, Mr. Stanley.
Thank you.
Next is 2025195, Holly Miller to address council. I see Holly. Hi, Holly.
Holly Miller, Department of Community and Economic Development. Every 5 years, we need to submit a consolidated plan to the Department of Housing and Urban Development on how the county anticipates spending the Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership Funds. Keep in mind the county, CDBG, and home dollars cannot be used in the cities of Akron, Barberton, or Cuyahoga Falls. They receive their own entitlement funds and they submit their own consolidated plans. I believe attached to your agendas was Exhibit A, which are the 10 goals that we look at when we are deciding what projects to fund. All of the CDBG and home dollars must be used to assist a low to moderate income person outside of Akron, Barberton, or Cuyahoga Falls, or in a low mod census tract outside of Akron, Barberton, or Cuyahoga Falls. Census tracts are determined by HUD using the most recent census data. We don't control where the low mod census blocks are. We anticipate in 2025, and yes, I know it's July and we have not received our CDBG money yet. We probably won't get it until October or November, but we are considered a January 1 funder. So once we submit this plan, HUD has to do all of their things, then we receive our money. We will have contracts with providers or work already in progress, and then we ask for reimbursement. But in 2025, in CDBG funds, we will receive $915,818. That is $64,826 less than last year. So we have to provide services to all the communities outside of Akron, Barberton, Cuyahoga Falls, the ABCs, plus pay staff admin out of that $915,000. And then home dollars, we will receive $360,898, and that's $1,425 less than we did last year. Home dollars can only be used to provide affordable housing or retain affordable housing. So we can't do any projects that do not specifically address housing with home dollars. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Jeff?
Holly, it says 2025 at the top of the page. So this is getting approved for this current year.
Yes.
So it's always a year.
Yes.
Even though it's coming in January.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you the last time we got our money in January. I don't know.
And so, Holly, so programs are already being provided in the community and they're waiting for
Reimbursement. So everything's on a reimbursement basis. We don't provide any funding up front. So, for example, in your community, the Talmadge Blue Devils, all of that is on a reimbursement basis. And then they have to provide to us that they provided a service, their receipts, we audit them, and then we reimburse them. Then we get reimbursed from HUD. So then we submit all of that to HUD.
And so those dollars are not looking to come till October or will, so that's roughly.
Yes.
So you're waiting on those dollars for them to get those
Mm-hmm.
reimbursements, because I did get questions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Thanks, Holly.
Okay, thank you.
Next is 2025196, Lori Pesci to address council.
Good evening, Lori Pesci, Executive's Office, Department of Public Safety. The first motion, or the first resolution before you is our maintenance contract with Tyler Services for our jail case management system. It's part of our larger Tyler contract, and we pay this annually.
Any questions? Okay, then next is 2025197.
This resolution is for services with Greenleaf. They provide assessments for individuals in the specialty dockets to determine what level of care they receive over there through the programming.
Any questions? Thanks, Lori.
Thank you.
Next is 2025198, Chris Barker to address council? Is Christy? Oh, there he is. He was over here.
Hello. Good evening. Chris Barker, Health Commissioner, Summit County Public Health. August is the annual observance of the National Immunization Awareness Month. Vaccines are among the most successful and cost-effective public health tool available for preventing disease and death. In a world where health threats, old and new, can travel quickly, staying up to date on recommended vaccine is one of the most effective ways to protect yourself and those around you. Together, we can raise awareness about the importance of vaccination and encourage people to talk to their healthcare provider about staying up to date on their immunizations. Thank you very much.
Any questions? No? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is 2025199. Mr. There you are again. Mr. Vern.
Stephen Byrne, Office of Information Technology. This is for our annual refresh of equipment. We started this program last year. This is our second year into it. This year we're going to touch on the fiscal office, physical plants, and the jail. It's roughly about 353 pieces of equipment from laptops, desktops, a handful of docking stations. Lowest of 3 quotes, and this quote in particular that we're going with was also less than state term pricing as well.
Any questions? Liz?
Yep, so it goes through surplus, so any other county agency that wants to have a look at it can, and then any other equipment that we can utilize in any other area we do, and then it follows the kind of that surplus process on the way out if nobody needs it. You're welcome.
Any further questions? Next, thanks, Stephen.
Thanks.
Next is 2025200. Sarah is here to address council.
Good evening, Council. Sarah Butchie-Gross, Execs Department of Finance and Budget. On your first page there for appropriations tonight, we have a couple under Finance and Budget. The first one is a recommendation from internal audit. The way that we were doing the clerk of court's fees for their credit card fees, we had to switch up a little bit. So there's an amount on there that the general fund will cut out to them, and then they'll cut us back $466,000 of that. And then the accounting issue will be resolved going forward. The next one is a wash. We're just moving the jail case management from the sheriff's office over to public safety because they're going to handle that contract. Next up, under property and casualty, this is just to cover some upcoming contracts that we have, that additional amount. And then under Board of Elections, this is also a wash. They need the lines changed between how they're paying their payroll. Page 2, we've got 2 grants under public safety. And then under the prosecutor, we've got the amount for their annual contract for their Matrix software. Page 3, 2 more grants for common pleas courts. Page 4, another grant for domestic relations. And then we have an item for Children's Services Board. They need additional money for paid placements. We did meet with them to talk over the increased costs for paid placements, and we're going to meet with them on a quarterly basis to keep an eye on this. The costs are just much higher than anticipated last year. Next up is engineer. They have 2 projects previously approved by council that they need increases on: the Granger Road Bridge project and the rest area water retention pond project. And that's it for tonight. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thanks.
Sarah, do you know why the Summit County Children's Service Board is that much higher?
I can send you some information on the paid placement costs so you can see how the need has changed and how the different types of paid placements they have has changed as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
on course fees,
Yes.
talk about a kind of a reconciliation. So is internal audit asking you to line item it differently? Are they asking them to pay them, and then how?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The fees were coming out of the clerk of court's accounts, but then they were also paying the general fund. So it made their account out of balance. So we need to pay them back for the fees they already sent out of their account. And then the other side of it is like the FedEx fees. We kind of had the opposite problem. But we've got it all straightened out now.
Is there any further questions? Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
There's one late filing, 2025201. Greta Johnson is here to address council.
Thank you, President Darrow. As the council knows, we have been placed under some time constraints due to the state legislature's recent passage of the budget. We're also waiting on Governor DeWine to sign that. This council is obviously about to embark on its summer recess, and then we have the time constraint placed upon us by the Board of Elections, and the filing deadline being 2 days after your first meeting back. So we're asking for this late filing to be accepted by council.
Any questions? Mr. Wilhite?
Right on the draft language, where it says that the inside village current levy, that drops off. And then any village that could be approved at whatever time, 20 times forward, that's the only charge, right? It's not, there's no inside village plus.
Correct. The language would basically say there would be no double dipping. Yes. I think he's got till midnight. It's really more of a guideline that hasn't always been met.
The budget doesn't include that removal of inside millage, but that House bill is still very much alive.
Mm-hmm.
And we expect action on it over the next several months. So we are working against the clock.
I would be surprised if they intentionally wait till then, that way it's too late for anybody to take action locally this year.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It behooves us to do it now.
Yes.
Right. It will be too late once they put that in for us to get anything on the ballot.
Are there any further questions? Okay. We have routine legislation found on pages 5 through 7. There is one second reading. There are no third readings. Please rise for the pledge led by Councilwoman Liz Walters, followed by a moment of silence. Roll call.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Ms. Hyam.
Here.
Mr. Donofrio. Mr. Cajun.
Here.
Ms. Dickinson.
Here.
Mr. Ford. Mr. Wilhite.
Here.
Ms. Darrell.
Here.
Mr. Lacotte.
Here.
Ms. McKinney. Ms. Walters.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes, June 16, 2025? I have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motions for council. M34, 2025. A motion of council amending the council and committee meeting calendar for the remainder of 2025 by adding a committee meeting for August 4, 2025.
I have a motion on M03422025. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
First readings, 2025-190. A resolution approving the salary adjustment for classified non-bargaining employee Matthew Galace based upon job performance, increased responsibilities in his job duties, and pay equity for the Office of Information Technology Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-190.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-190 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-191, a resolution authorizing the executive to enter into a local public agency agreement with the state of Ohio through the Department of Transportation for the Valley View Road resurfacing project located in Northfield Center Township and Sagamore Hills Township in Council District 1, with the Department of Transportation providing up to $787,500 in surface transportation block grant funds and $87,500 in toll revenue credit funds, with the county being responsible for the balance of the project cost at a total cost not to exceed $1,522 for the executive and engineer emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-191.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-191 On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-192, a resolution authorizing the executive to enter into agreements for the acquisition and/or appropriation proceedings for a standard highway easement warranty deeds and temporary easements over portions of the real property known as partial numbers 0117478, 0116875, 0113914, 0114009, and 0114912, needed for the Snyder Avenue Bridge Replacement Project located in the city of Barberton in Council District 7 for the engineer emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-192.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-192. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-193, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of a purchase contract with Ports Petroleum Company, Incorporated, for unleaded and diesel fuel for general fleet operations at CUE pricing for a one-year term from January 1, 25 through December 31, 25, with one option to renew for an additional one-year term in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for the engineer emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-193.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-193. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-194, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of a construction contract with the K Company, Incorporated, for replacement of the HVAC system at the Sheriff Robert D. Campbell Training Facility Indoor Firing Range located in the City of Greene in Council District 8 for an estimated total cost not to exceed $460,000 for the Executive's Department of Administrative Services Physical Plants Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-194.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-194. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-195, a resolution approving and authorizing the executive to execute and submit the Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership Program 2025 through 2029 Action Plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for program years 2025 through 2029, authorizing the executive to execute the 2025 Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnership Program contracts, and authorizing the executive to execute any documents and submit any information necessary to meet the urban qualification period for 2026 through 2028 for the executive's Department of Community and Economic Development emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-195.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-195. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-196, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control, subject to the approval of the Information Technology Board, of a professional service contract with Tyler Technologies, Incorporated, as a best practical source for the case management system at the jail for a one-year term for the period of 7/1/25 to June 30, 26, and in an amount not to exceed $259,905.50 for the Executive's Department of Public Safety and Sheriff emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-196.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-196. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-197, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of a professional service contract with Greenleaf Family Center as a best practical source to provide assessments to identify court-involved individuals who may require enhanced programs or services for the period July 1, 25 through June 30, 27, and in an amount not to exceed $374,400 for the Executive's Department of Public Safety Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-197.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-197 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-198, a resolution declaring the month of August 2025 as National Immunization Awareness Month, recognizing the individual and community benefits of receiving immunizations for the executive emergency.
Madam President, council as a whole.
I have a yes, council as a whole.
Thank you, John. We would like to entertain a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-198 with the motion for council as a whole.
I have a motion to suspend and adopt 2025-198 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-199, a resolution confirming the award by the Board of Control of a purchase contract with Insight Public Sector Incorporated at less than state term pricing for asset refreshes of computer equipment in an amount not to exceed $301,992.18 for the Office of Information Technology Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-199.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-199 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
2025-200, a resolution appropriating funds in order to meet projected expenditures for the balance of 2025 as set forth in Exhibit A for the Executive's Department of Finance and Budget Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-200.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-200 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules to allow for the late filing.
Oh, I don't have that. And I- first I-
Do routine
Huh?
legislation.
Yeah, you have to do the routine legislation first, John. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my, oh, here it is, I found it. I couldn't find it, I was looking for it. I have a motion, wait, what'd you say, John?
I move to amend the agenda to include the late filing.
I have a motion to amend resolution number 202. Oh, the late filing, okay. I have a motion to add the late filing on 2025-201.
First readings, a resolution.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to read it.
Now, yeah.
First readings, 2025-201, a resolution submitting to the electors of the County of Summit at the November 4, 2025 general election a proposed charter amendment and to add Article 11 to the Charter of the County of Summit as set forth in Exhibit A for the executive emergency.
I move to suspend the rules and adopt the routine agenda found on pages 5 through 7.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-201 on the suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, we're not done yet, though.
We were voting on the routine legislation. I think you accidentally said 201, but I think you were referring to the routine legislation.
So Mr. Schmidt's motion is to adopt the routine legislation, to suspend the rules
Okay.
And so there'll be two votes, suspension of the rules and a.
All right. I have a motion to suspend and adopt routine legislation found on pages 5 through 7. All in favor? On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so we did the late filing, we did that. Now, this one.
I'm going to make room for that fucking microphone.
Okay, we have a second reading. Where is that second? Okay, here's the second reading. Okay, and this is the one you're coming.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Madam President, I have a motion to amend 2025-183 to the version that appears on the purple sheet.
I have a motion to amend 2025-183. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Now you read it in.
And 2025-183, an amended resolution to extend the final design report to October 1, 2026 for Northfield Center Townships, Norwood Lake, Beach Drive, and Cherry Lane Ditch petition pursuant to Section 6131.12 of the Ohio Revised Code Emergency.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules and adopt the amended version of 2025-183.
I have a motion to suspend the rules and adopt 2025-183. On the suspension, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And on the adoption, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And then now there's no further business. We are adjourned.
We had a little turbulence coming in for landing tonight, but we made it.